All rise. Oakdale Superior Court is now in session. Judge Harold Rice presiding.
Be seated. Resuming the case of the state of Illinois versus Parker Snyder. Does the defense wish to call another witness?
We do, Your Honor. The defense calls the defendant, Parker Snyder. Parker, would you tell the court where you were and what you were doing on the night that Sam Hutchins was shot?
I was at a hockey game with my dad, but the whole time I had this really bad feeling that my mom was in trouble.
Really? Why were you worried about your mom?
I knew Sam was planning to do something bad to her.
Objection. Unless he had psychic powers, how could the defendant have known in advance?
Overruled. The district attorney will have a chance to cross-examine the witness.
This bad feeling that you had, why did you think it was Sam's intent to do something bad to your mom?
I overheard him arguing with a guy about firing his band. He fixed it so that he'd have to stay back and cover for them while his girlfriend Kit was out of town. That would leave him and my mom alone.
And you knew that he would do anything he could to be closer to your mom?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Sustained.
Well, did Sam ever threaten you?
Yeah, a lot. He always told me that no matter what I did, he'd find a way to be with my mom, and that I couldn't stop him.
And you'd do anything in your power to stop that from happening?
Yeah, I knew he was planning to do something bad to my mom, and it turned out I was right.
Well, you and your dad called Metro that night to check on your mom to see how she was doing, right?
Yeah, and she said she was fine, and that she was coming home. And my dad believed her. But she didn't sound right to me. My dad made me go to bed, but I couldn't sleep. I just had this really strong feeling that Sam was gonna hurt her.
Are you okay? So, what did you do next?
I snuck out of the house. I rode my bike back to the farm, and I got the rifle that my aunt keeps locked up. I know where she hides the key to the gun cabinet. Then I took the gun, and I went to Metro.
What did you see when you got there?
Sam was hurting my mom.
I know this is hard for you. Can you tell us what he was doing?
He had her pinned. She was struggling. I was trying to push him off of her. I could tell he was trying to hurt her.
Hurt her? How?
He was gonna rape her.
And what did you do to stop Sam from raping your mom?
I shot him.
You shot him. Do you remember how many times you pulled the trigger?
I'm sorry. It's just so awful what happened to Parker's mom. It reminded me of terrible things.
Terrible things that happened to you?
You okay to go on?
Yeah.
So when you fired the gun, at that moment, were you trying to kill Sam?
No, I was just trying to keep him from hurting my mom.
Can you remember how many times you fired the gun?
Really focus, concentrate, and visualize what happened. Take it step by step.
I only fired the gun once.
Objection. This contradicts the defendant's previous sworn deposition.
Mr. Snyder, you are under oath. Do you wish to change your answer?
No, I don't want to change my answer. I only fired one shot.
How do you explain the discrepancy in your previous sworn deposition?
Well, that was right after it happened. I was still freaked out that I'd shot the guy and that he was dead. So when they asked me if it was possible that I'd fired 2 shots, I said yes, it was. And everything was kind of blurry then, but now, I remember everything. I only fired 1 shot. I didn't kill Sam.
You sure you're okay?
Yes, I want to stay. And just pray that Parker isn't found guilty.
No, right now, I think Parker needs all the prayers he can get.
So let me clarify. With the 1 shot that you fired, did you want to kill Sam?
No. I just had to keep him from hurting my mother.
I have no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
You wish to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Do you know what perjury is?
Yes, and I'm not lying.
It's pretty convenient. Now that you're on trial and your whole future is on the line, all of a sudden your memory returns crystal clear, and guess what? You're innocent.
Objection, Your Honor. I don't hear a question.
Sustained.
Is it true you hated Sam Hutchins? Remember, you're under oath.
I already said that I hated the guy.
Did you hate him enough to kill him? We're waiting, Mr. Snyder. Let me refresh that crystal clear memory of yours. In previous testimony to a court-appointed psychiatrist, you swore you wanted Sam dead.
I said that I wanted him out of our lives.
Permanently, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
In other words, you wanted him dead. In that same sworn testimony, you said it was possible that you could have fired the shot that killed him. Is that what you said? Yes or no?
Yes.
No
but
further
you're not-
questions, Your Honor.
You may step down. Does the defense have any other witnesses to call?
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Very well. Now I will hear closing statements. Mr. Hughes?
Parker Snyder warned his mother and father about Sam Hutchins.